It is currently 7:30 in the morning. On a very bleak, what feels like a very bleak Monday morning. Very tired. Very lethargic, I guess. You know, kind of in one of those types of moods. Hopefully I'll wake up as the drive goes on. Because, yeah, we gotta go to the gym. You know, I gotta go to the gym. I can't be fucking around, sitting around, scratching my ass. This is week number 4 of my recordings. So I gotta go to the gym, especially because the fact that last week I missed one of my leg days. That's never good. Missing, especially if you skip on a leg day, that is no good. So, yeah, currently heading our little ways on over to the gym, or not the gym right now. I gotta run the errand first, and my usual morning errand, and then I get the privilege of going to the gym. But yeah, classic upper body day. Nothing too crazy. Probably do my normal alt one with the with those plate loaded machines. I really feel that those help me hit my pec and my front delts very effectively. You know, that's what I feel. Better than I was with my dumbbell bench presses. Don't get me wrong, those are hitting those two muscles, but not as much as I would have liked. I have to get gas before I go gym. But thank you Ford. But I tell you what, I must have bruised or pulled whatever muscles like right around here very badly, because it still kind of fucking hurts. Like it's a little bit like tender in the front, but it's mostly just like on the side and the back where it's kind of sore. Like when I go to lay in bed, I can't really lay on my right side without it being extremely uncomfortable. Stuff like that. So luckily, the last upper body day yielded very little to no pain as far as my side and back are concerned. So, and I will say, the squats that I was doing, they left a bit of a bruise on the back of my neck, just because I'm not used to having the bar there. You know, that and my lower back extenders were quite sore this past weekend. My legs have been able to recover quite well, or well enough, from that leg day, because I felt like that leg day was a bit more extreme than my normal ones in terms of really killing my muscles, which is good, which is what I need, what I want, what I desire. So I'm learning, as far as that shit's concerned, learning what's best and what isn't. You know, how I should go about my leg days, and how much I should push, and what that feeling really is like. And especially the after effects. The after effects told me the story. I mean, like doing it that day and like killing it and pushing it as far as I could go, and a little bit further, I suppose. That really felt nice. Just pushing it to that level for all of my workouts that day. So obviously the same trend will continue today. And it will continue with my workouts going forward. I don't know about the squats. I'm still not too sure. I mean, doing 100 squats is quite a lot. 10 sets of 10. It's a lot. Squats is very much so. Bodyweight squats at a high volume is fine, but when you're doing a squat rack, it tends to lend itself to wanting to be more of an intensity over a volume exercise just by the nature of the squat. So, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see tomorrow as far as that's concerned. I mean, today obviously it's upper body day, like I said, and business as usual, right? Business as usual. Nothing too crazy, nothing to the point where I'm not able to push it most of the times. Not very many exercises that you can get to that would be more of a intensity over volume. No, that has a preference for that until you hit like the bench press, right? Like that, obviously, you can do volume with that, but just like with the squat rack, I feel like those two things and like deadlifting, like they lend themselves to be more intensity. Like it feels better to have a higher intensity than a volume, unless you're trying to really like hammer in good form and like trying to fatigue yourself with high volume before you start going high intensity. Maybe that is a decent method, good reason why you would want high volume over intensity with those exercises. But I don't know. I do not know. What I do know though is that we gotta get to the gym. So I'll be seeing you guys at the gym. Let us go. So we just got to the gym. Going to be hitting about 80 pounds on the wide lateral pull down. And I'm pretty excited to get this started. So 10 sets of 10 reps. So let's get this going. So we just finished up our pull downs, isolateral pull downs. We're moving on to the isolateral wide chest. The pull downs, I had loaded up an extra 5 pounds on each side, progressive overload. I thought of that as I was talking in the last thing. I was like, shit, it was like 80 pounds per side. I was like, nah, I gotta do 85. So today, instead of doing 55, we're doing 60 on each side. I'm gonna try to get through as many sets as possible. With the isolateral, I was able to get through all the sets. It took me a bit of pacing on the last 2 sets, but I was still able to push through and like really kind of hammer them out because I was starting to feel it. I feel like I'm gonna feel this a lot quicker. So we'll see how long it takes for me to, you know, cap out with this one. I don't think it's gonna take very long, but let's get to it. We finished up our isolateral wide chest machine. Managed to do all 10 sets of 10 at the same weight. That was rough. Jesus, that was rough. I had to pace myself after the first 5 sets. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Managed to push through it. And the last 2 sets, the last like 5 or so reps, I was having to do like half reps. And then by the time the 10 set happened, I was almost exclusively half repping it. And it just, that was it. That's all, folks. So now we're moving on to dumbbell curls. I'm gonna try 35 pounds this week, see if we can't get that banged out. Same as usual, 10 sets of 10. Hopefully be able to do 10 sets at the 35, but I guess you'll see if I can do the 5 sets, and then I'll tell you if I was able to do the full 10 sets. So let's move on. So we finished out 8 sets of 10 with the 35, and then I had to switch to the 30 pound for 2 sets of 10. Pretty much maxed my biceps out, 'cause even those last 2 sets of 10, it was pretty rough. Getting it all the way up there, and it's just like, oh, you know. So now we're moving on to the rear delt flies as per usual. I'll record these. Gonna be doing 25 pounds this time, because I felt like even the 20 pounds just a little too easy last time. So maybe this the 25 pounds will be able to work my rear delts properly. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to this. I'll see you before the next exercise. So we managed to finish out the rear delt flies at 25 pounds. I feel like that was a pretty good weight. Might be able to get up to 30 next upper body day. So I was feeling it was kind of like really kind of tickling the rear delts by the time I was hitting the top. And towards the end, I was kind of pushing it, but I feel like I could push it harder. I just don't want to spend much more time on it. That's the only reason why I'm stopping. So I feel like I need to up the intensity. So anyway, we're moving on to tricep extensions. Going to try 50 pounds today. Beforehand it was 45, so we're going to try 50 pounds and see what we can get with that. So let's go ahead. So we finished the tricep extensions, managed to do all 10 sets of 10 at 50 pounds, and man, the last 3 sets really were putting the hurts on me. The last set I had to do half reps. Managed to push my triceps into failure territory. So we're moving on to not tricep extensions. We're moving on to shoulder shrugs. Gonna try and do 50 pounds on each arm, so 100 pounds total. Last time we did 45s, which was 90 pounds in total. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's do these shrugs. finished my shrugs. Managed to get all 10 sets of 10 at 50 pounds on each arm. Pretty comfortable with that. Little rough towards the end, but it's good. This progressive overload is working. Gonna try to do, God help me, I'm gonna try to do 25 pounds on each arm for my lateral shoulder raises. This is gonna be very rough. You know, lateral shoulder raise is always the biggest pain in the ass as far as weight's concerned. So going up even just a little bit like this will make a massive difference. So let's get this started. So we got the lateral shoulder raises knocked out, and man, the 25 pounds really sent me. And then having to finish it off with the 20 pounds for 6 sets of 10. That was rough. Towards the end, my side delts really been activated. Activated and thoroughly worked. So with that in mind, we're moving on as per usual to 10 sets of 10 on the reverse curls and 10 sets of 10s at the wrist flexions and forearm curls, all of which 10 sets of 10, as I just said, but 25 pounds this time, moving up a little bit. Hopefully the reverse curls will go well at 25 pounds. I feel like the wrist flexions and forearm curls will be fine, but the reverse curls I am a little bit worried about. So let's see how this goes.
managed to get through the wrist flexions, reverse curls pretty well. The wrist flexions and forearm curls surprisingly gave me more trouble than the reverse curls, which is pretty shocking. But now we're going to be moving on to cable rows and moving or involving in the spirit of progressive overload. We're going to go up to 70 pounds on each arm. I believe that's what it was last time. If not, then I'll just go higher and let you know. But let's go ahead and get it started, shall we? This is very unusual for me as far as car talks are concerned. However, my tripod phone mount has taken a bit of a shit. A little cheap piece of fuck. You know how it is. Whatever, man. Got to go to Best Buy and get a new one. But you know, let's give you a general update about today's workout. Don't want to spend too much time holding my fucking phone and talking. So, you know, the workout was great. The progressive overload is, you know, it's a slow but steady process. It's one of the things we really have to stick to. And the message I wanted to talk about today was the fact that, you know, this is something that could be applied to any part of your life. You know, sticking to something and trying to work at it, you know, whether it's school, a career, financial stability, working on your credit score, trying to get good at a hobby like music or drawing or painting, or, you know, gaming, trying to get better at a video game, speed run. It doesn't matter what it is, okay? It's just like everything else, and it can be applied to all those sorts of things. The ideologies that are in the gym, as far as like trying to lose weight and build muscle, right? And allow that to be something to really kind of bolster your confidence and like allow you to do better in just life in general. And I think that's one of the important lessons of the gym. And I think most people would agree with me on that. You know, if they don't, well, whatever, I don't give a shit. But it's what I say. It's what I fucking say. Anywho, like I said, I don't want to be on here too long. Just wanted the quick outro. Thank you for watching through the video. And I'll be catching you guys tomorrow on my leg day. So enjoy this stat screen. Not a new stat screen. Let's get to the fucking stats.